Oh snap, Glaze is going live.
Good day, good day, good day, good day, good day. Hey, thanks for joining me. Just in case you're joining me for the very first time, I'm your host, the one they call Brian Glaze Gibbs. And this is my ministry, this is my story. What I do is I talk about my life experience, everything that I've been through from the age of 14 to 24, and hoping that my life experience and some of the wrong mistakes and turns that I made, somebody can listen to the words that come into my mouth and get them to understand that crime doesn't pay. I wasted 15 years out of my life in that prison system, in that hellhole. Why? Because I wanted to be down. I wanted to be cool. I wanted to impress people that didn't give a damn about me. And the difference, folks, listen, I want everybody to understand, guess what? We all have choices. We can choose to go left or we can choose to go right. But the difference is right now, always remember something that my late mother used to always say. When you make your bed, you gotta lay on it. Today, what I'm gonna talk about the 6 degrees of separation. Everybody, yes, you sit back and you think about it. What's gonna happen? They talk about on, social media, on television, on stars. They talk about BMF, okay? Black Mafia family, okay? Talking about Big Neat, Southwest T, and their story. Powerful, powerful story. And people don't understand how life is like a 6 degree separation. What I'm gonna talk about, I'm gonna start off by talking about this brother. I came home in 1997. I got a hell of an opportunity. I got a second lease on life, okay? I was able to come home, to start life all over again. Here it is right now, it didn't make no difference. When I got released back in 97, to me, how I felt, they could have put me in, saying Tokyo. They could have put me in the UK. They could have put me in Africa. They could have put me Jupiter, Mars, the moon. It didn't matter where they put me at as long as I was free. Guess what? That's what it's all about. Here it is, they put me in Colorado, okay? And I remember teasing my little buddy, years ago, like in the 6th grade, when the first time I moved to, from Bedford-Stuyvesant, to Cyprus. And I can remember, meeting a young brother. His name was Chucky because he had family in the back of Fountain Avenue on this fountain in Linden Boulevard side. And his family, guess what happened? What they used to say, when he came up there I said, man, where you from, man? From Colorado. Man, where's Colorado? Here it is, that's the difference. So many years later, guess where I wound up? In Colorado, free as a bird, having another opportunity to live a life. Now, what I did was I ran into this brother, Big U. I'm free, I'm happy, I'm at peace. I run into this brother, Big U. Big U was a former ball player. Right now, he was a hell of a basketball player from high school to college. Right now, all the D1 college was trying to recruit him because that's how great he was. What he did was he wound up torn some ligament, I believe in his knee. Man, and people don't understand that, how modern technology, it wasn't that advanced back then as it is now. If he had the technology back then that they have now, guess what? Here it is, he could have got everything repaired and he wouldn't miss a beat. Long story short, after his injury, guess what? The big college, the D1 college, like Duke, North Carolina, okay, Penn State, all of them stopped coming after him. So right now, they was offering him a free ride before his injury. Once he injured himself, guess what? Only people was coming knocking on his door was D2, Division 2. So anyway, he always had that ambition. He wanted to go to the NBA. Most kids, most young black kids, guess what they want to do? They want to be successful. They want to be a movie star. They want to be a ball player. They want to be a drug kingpin. They want to be a hustler. They want that light camera action. He wanted to be a ball player. Right now, he was good. He was better than good. But after that injury, he had some setback. Once he had that setback, look what wound up happening. He had to take it backwards. But he tore up stuff in the Division II. Okay? He got a tryout for an NBA team, the Los Angeles Clippers. He went over there and he performed his butt off. But right now, that was in the Summer League. And they cut him just before the regular season started. He wound up playing 7 years overseas. Okay? Now he come back to the state, come to Colorado. And what happened? Met a young lady. They was engaged, got a place, was doing, so-so. But he was having bad luck when it come to keeping a job. So here it is, him and his lady friend had a problem. He wound up, leaving Colorado and went back to the Southeast, went back to South Carolina. That's when he met up with a former, classmate, Tremayne Graham. Okay? Now, when he went down there, guess what? Here it is, Tremayne Graham was responsible. He was the owner of 404 Motorsport, selling luxury cars to, guess what? All the big ball players, all the big entertainers, like the Usher, like Jermaine Dupri, like P. Diddy. Right now so you went down there and he got involved with Tremayne Graham selling cars, doing good for himself, becoming like the top salesman. And I remember every time I used to run into different people that knew you, they're like, oh man, you killing it, man. He's doing great for himself or whatever. One night I was out on town, Colorado, downtown Denver. I run into you in the club. Right now we socializing, dancing, partying, having a good time. And he's telling me how great he's doing. He's telling me he's in love with this young lady. Period. Spelman graduate. And right now plan on marrying her. He tell me all this. Tell me how good. He spoke highly of his boss, man. The guy he went to college with, and how good he's doing, man. Selling these cars, man. Lamborghini, Ferrari, Mercedes, okay, Range, you name it, they selling it. Names that you can't even pronounce. But anyway, he doing good for himself, and I'm happy for him. Then, as time went on, a few months later, I get the disturbing news that you was murdered. Whoa, he was murdered down in Atlanta. What the hell? Wait a minute here, man. What's going on? Okay? What's going on? He's murdered in his home. Him and his girlfriend, they was asleep. Right now you don't know it until time go on. What wound up happening was this. You was like a top salesman in the daytime, selling foreign cars. But at nighttime, he was taken, allegedly taken, okay, kilos of coke, from Georgia, Atlanta, to the dirty South, to South Carolina, okay, hitting people off, working allegedly under his boss, Mr. Tremayne Graham. And right now damn. So what happened, you got picked up in South Carolina with several keys. And right now, Tremayne panicked. He felt you was gonna cooperate. So what he did, being he felt you was gonna cooperate, and that is the only person that really can hurt him, he decided he wanted to offer him. And that's what he did. He wound up sending some guys. They kick in the door into a townhome downtown Atlanta, like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. When they kick in the door, they burst in. You and his girl was in bed. They murdered them both. Now, sit back and think about it, folks. I'm talking about when you look at that type of lifestyle, people do not trust nobody. Nobody want to go to jail. You think Tremayne, okay? You think Tremayne Graham want to give up his mansion, okay? His lifestyle of rich and famous. You think he want to give that up? Trade in his tailor-made suit for an orange jumper, okay? Trade in being free to being locked down in a dirty, dingy cell? I don't think so. So basically right now, he feel that you was weak. And he feel that you have to go. So what he did is he put a hit out on you. But not only that, this young girl, Spelman graduated, was a victim of circumstance. Because why? She was in love with who? She was in love with a cat that got involved with the wrong person and that put her life in jeopardy, that cost her life. Folks, listen, man. Listen, young girls, young man, different is right now, always remember, only thing come fast is trouble. Easy to get into and hard to get out of. And right now, as time went on, people didn't understand exactly what was what until everything started coming together. And I wish, like I said right now, I had the opportunity to really talk to you, to tell them, listen, man, that street life is overrated, man. That street life is not what you think it is. That street life can cost you and your family, people that you love and care about, it can cost them to die. It can cost you your life. And that's what wound up happening. I'm gonna read something, okay? Last week, a federal judge in Greenville, South Carolina, sentenced Tremayne Graham to spend the rest of his life in prison for his leadership role in a massive cocaine ring. And his sentencing hearing offers stunning information concerning a revenge slaying he allegedly arranged in Atlanta. Testimony in the April 17 hearing also described the alleged protection extended to Graham by his then mother-in-law, Atlanta Mayor Shirley Franklin, when he was originally jailed on drug charges. The mayor will pull some string and he will be right back out of jail in the Atlanta area. One of Graham's co-defendants, Scott King, testified according to the Greenville News. He testified, okay? The mayor will pull string and he will be right back out there in the street. The mayor's spokeswoman, Beverly, declined to comment on King's testimony and all other allegations relating to the prosecution. We don't think it is fair to ask us to respond to a third-party accusation at a sentences for people involved in this or any criminal act. I'm saying Beverly wrote in an email to CL. The hearing also revealed that Franklin's daughter, okay, Kia Franklin, Graham is under investigation to determine what she knew about her then husband criminal organization. Look how that is, folks. Here it is, you can be married to somebody. And the difference right now is, guess what? Chances are if you married to somebody, you know what they into. The same thing right now was when you, girl, did she know that right now is, guess what? Okay, he had the front as 404 Sports, being, quote unquote, being the number one salesperson. But did she know right now is, guess what? He was out there being a carrier, dropping off, kilos of cocaine. Did she know that? I don't think so. Okay? Assistant U.S. Attorney Mark Moore in Greenville would not elaborate on the probe, but IRS Criminal Investigative Special Agent Wayne Wright testified at Tremayne Graham's sentencing that both his agency and the U.S. Attorney Office are investigating Kia Franklin Graham. What more, a court filing in the case described her as a store purchaser for Atlanta luxury car dealership 404 Motorsport. The dealership was owned by Tremayne Graham, and King and I allegedly used to launder money, drug money. Okay, it was losing money. More say, of now closed, the 404 dealership that supplied customized Homer, Jaguar, and Ferrari to high rollers such as music producer Jermaine Dupri and Atlanta Brave Andrew Jones. Okay, King and Graham kept it afloat with drug money. Okay, court record identified Graham as a major drug dealer with close tie to multi-state cocaine empire, the Black Mafia family, and related drug ring, the Sin City Mafia. Both Graham and King, with 11 other defendants, was accused of moving at least 500 kilograms of cocaine from California to Atlanta, where most of the defendants lived. The cocaine was then delivered to Greenville. Folks, look at this. And people don't understand. Sometimes the more money you make, the more money you want to make. And like I say right now, when is enough is enough is enough. Sometimes you get in too deep over your head. And when you sit back and think about it, you heard about Big Meech. You heard about Southwest Tea. But what the heck did you hear about Tremayne Graham? Very, very little. Very, very little. So in the wake of 50 Cent doing the BMF story on Stars, to me, like what I find interesting, folks, is listen, man, this what it's about. You got some people gonna make it, some people not. If you sit back and you think about it, shout out to Southwest Terry T. He's out now. Okay, right now, guess what? He got a second opportunity, and right now is guess what? He utilizing his past experience to coach, counsel, and train, and stopping these kids from going down the wrong road. Shout out to his brother, Big Meech. These guys was hell of a thinker, but yet and still, regards to what happened. They downfall was what? They was in love with the street like so many others. Even right now, like I say, I know people that was black BMF, Black Mafia family before BMF was. I'm talking about years ago. You know what I'm saying? Individuals out there doing it, supplying different people throughout. I'm talking about New York, throughout, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? DC, Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Chicago, LA. They was doing it. And the difference is right now, people got to understand what this stuff is all about. Only thing come fast is trouble. Easy to get into and hard to get out of. Easy to get into, hard to get out. Listen, folks, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you for joining me, and keep this in mind, folks. I don't care what anybody say. Crime doesn't pay. Crime doesn't pay. Right now, if I can change, anybody can change. And I wish I had the opportunity to talk to Big Ulysses, and tell him, listen, man, it's not worth it, man. I wish I could have had the opportunity to tell him everything that I've been through. Probably would have saved his life. Listen, folks, get your signed copy of the Beyond Lucky Bowl, a true story of crack, money, murder, and redemption. If I can change, anybody can change. Why? Change comes from within. Hit that like button, subscribe, listen, share. Peace, love, and prosperity.
Oh snap, Glaze is going live.